The problem is that you're not doing what somebody wants you to do. That's the problem. But look, Americans are notorious for not doing what people want them to do. And some of our other countries are getting to be like that. They're not doing what Americans want them to do. And we're saying, that's not fair. We can do that, but you can't. No, it is fair because we're a family of humans. And we can look from our position of uniqueness and put down everybody else. But when you put down somebody else, you got to go down with them to make sure they're put down. Don't waste your time, because you're going to waste a lot of energy just coming back up to the place where you started putting the other one down. If anything, just turn around and start your climb. People have said, John Roger, I want to work with you. I say, work with yourself. They think, oh, that isn't what I wanted to hear. Well, what do you think I'm going to work with? It's like, oh, I get it. I want to work with you, so the way to do that, start working with myself, because that's what you're going to work with. Yeah, and they said, boy, I almost missed that. I said, but you missed the third one already. You got to listen. When you said, will you work with me, I already had agreed to a long time ago, and we're already on. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm dragging. Stop dragging. They say, you're going fast. I say, I know. But if I slow down, we're going to be doing it your way, and your way hasn't done it. They go, oh, God, I don't know if I want to work with this guy or not. Good. Go someplace else. What? Go someplace else. What? Teachers don't say go someplace else. I'm not a teacher. Go someplace else. What are you? I'm the person you asked to work with me. If you're going to work with me, get over here and work. And if you're not, go someplace else. A lot of people go someplace else. Does that make me feel bad? Are you kidding? That's one more name I don't have to remember. Don't you know why we put name tags on everybody? I don't remember your names. People come up and say, oh, John Roger, and they'll give me a hug, and I look and I say, yeah? I was in such and such a place, and I'll say, oh, well, you see, we're not in that place now. We're over in this place, and I don't know you here. I only know you there with a name tag on you. What is your name? Then they tell me. Then I go back to all my memory patterns, which aren't too many, and they don't go very far. I go, oh, right. Then I start telling them about them that I know. And they get real funny, antsy, like, this guy didn't know me, didn't remember me, and all of a sudden he's telling me the color of this and that and everything about me and things that I said in the training. And how come? Because you're after proof. That's how come. And now you got it. Let's just drop it and get going. Seeking proof is another curiosity manifestation. You don't have time. Somebody said to me, there are so many teachers on this planet. How do you know which one? How do you know which one? And I looked at him and I said, why are you asking me? They said, I think you'll know. I said, well, if I know and I'm the one, why are you asking? Why don't you just get busy and study? What's the question? People come up to me and they say, I want you to tell me if this teacher's true, if that one's true. I say, why are you asking me? They say, well, I think you're above them and you'll know it. And I said, then why do you want to study with them? One looked at me and says, well, I don't think I can handle it with you. And I said, you can't. Why don't you just study with either one of those? They said, which one? And I get in my pocket and flip a coin. I said, heads this, tails that, and I flip it. One of these times it's going to come on the edge. We're going to have a problem. I'm going to have to say, earthquake, something. You can't leave people in the lurch. But you can. You know, speaking of coins, and I might as well use that for a little story analogy, right? Isn't the idea, use everything to your advantage, even if it doesn't seem like it? Well, this didn't seem like it, so let's see if we can. Well, JR, you stupid person, you just issued yourself a challenge that you don't know what's going on. And you don't know what's going on, and pretty soon they're all going to know. Then they're going to try to make excuses to get home fast to their babysitter. Guard the doors. If I got to put up with this, you do too. But I'll be over it in a second. If we looked at that coin as being who we are, and let's say that who we are is that child of God, and maybe you don't like that idea, and so what? I said it's an analogy. But on that coin sits one side that is the child. And that child is innocence. That child is that we all would lay our lives down for. Might be named Oliver. Might be named Stevie. It might be named Lisa. It might be named Spirit. Whatever name it is, folks, on that one side is the child and that childlike behavior. And we as grown people, I mean, our physical bodies have grown. We may not be adults yet. We like to say that. But we as grown people have that childlike quality. And that's the one that we all really love, and that's the one we hug in people, and that's the one we're saying, yeah, come on. But on the other side of that coin is something else. It's called the childish behavior. And that childish behavior is temper tantrums. Who ate my ice cream? Who's into the cookies? Who ate my cookies? You got my parking place. You're not supposed to park there. That report's late. I'll fire you. The report's early. What are you after? A raise in pay? Well, look, a person that's being childish isn't going to give you a break. They're going to give you one way or another. They got it. What we might do when we see a person doing their childish number, just tell them to reflip the coin. If you see him getting off, just say, flip the coin, or let's see the other side of the coin. Why? Because the childlike behavior that you're willing to live with and protect and be with and love and secure and sacrifice for and everything else is the one that you want to do it for. And the childish behavior is the one that you don't like, but it goes with the child. It's on the other side of the coin. Two ways out of it. One is flip the coin until you get the child, and then don't let anybody touch it. That's called cementing things in, no change. It's called no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody on base, nobody home, but game called on account of rain. The other one is flip it, and here comes a childish behavior, and put up with it. And there's another one called keep flipping the coin. Maybe you can get them dizzy. Maybe you can get them to look at themselves in a new way of integrating their behaviors together so that they start growing into the personage that is present in them as a spiritual form. I don't know if that means chanting, magic incantations. I hear it all the time. I see it on television.